Right, so we'll be starting in a few. So this we're going to learn about how dark web is used, and I'm going to use dark web. So I'm just doing the setup. Okay. I'm not sure whether I'm live, but I'm okay. I'm just testing. Okay. I'm just testing. All right. So I've opened the dark web using a browser that is known as Tor browser, and I'm using an operating system of Linux operating system. So I'm trying to set the system so that we avoid this lagging of the system. Apologies for all this lagging. I'm fixing it just right now. Yeah, most of the time when I'm using Chrome, it makes the machine lag. I don't know, and I have a good RAM. So basically, dark web. This is worldwide web content that exists on darknet, and with the dark web search engines, you can be able to retrieve any data, any information that is hidden from the normal search engine, such as Google. So it's only in dark web you can find both legal and illegal substance, but this is for education purpose only. So use dark web to explore, find content that will help you, even upskilling yourself if you are doing cybersecurity. So cybersecurity, you can but dark web, you can access dark web from your PC, even from your mobile phone. Right now we have versions for Tor. Install Tor browser on your mobile phone, even on your PC, and open the different type of search engines in the dark web, where you get to access the dark internet. There is a difference between dark web and dark internet. Dark web being the main environment, and dark internet being the specific search engines, such as DuckGo. We have search engines such as Hey search engine, Torch browser. Let's search dark web search engines. There are many search engines that you can use in the dark web, which you can be able to retrieve both legal and illegal content across the internet. Yeah, you can be able to see the dark web is specialized in different search engines to access its content. Let's say you want to read the FBI files that have been released and you have not read in full. You can find them by retrieving all even those files from the dark web search engines. So right here we can be able to see the different search engines. We have Amir, Torch, DuckGo, Haystack, and onion rings, which helps you find the deep contents. In this case, I'm going to show you how to use, let's say, Amir search engine. And for instance, the search engines or the URLs for these search engines in the dark web are not the normal URLs that you have been used to. The URLs here end with .onion, right? So, like for instance, this one, let's say Amir. Let's click it and let's see the mirror URL which you can be able to use it. So this is the user interface for Amir search engine. It's listed there. How can you visit the onion rings for Amir? So you can just click visit Amir. Basically this is not, let me try to look the one that has a .onion, because yes, this is it. Let's see. We try to, as far as we can, to access. Let's see. Yeah, like this one, onion service. You can be able, this with an onion address or URL, you can be able to access the dark web anonymously. So I don't know why. They also have another domain, of which I don't recommend even when I'm using it. Let me click this one with the .onion, and let's see how that is going to be. Okay, I'm seeing, let me I want to rectify my live. It says the content is made for kids. It's not. Let me save it. Yes, I've done the change. Let me do another change. Live. Yes, so this .onion, you can be able to see how it is. Let me see. Yeah, .onion line rings for the search engines. Actually, here starting points. Looking for more general corrections of onion rings. These particular are known for trusted and links. We have the DuckGo, is a search engine. We have the hidden wiki. This one is familiar to most people because you get to get all the blogs about how to use a particular technology, or how to. If you search how to, you'll get links or websites. Links or websites have genuine people. You will most likely be scammed. And don't use this for in harmful way. Use it in the best way, even to upskill yourself. So people can be able even to buy credit cards and all that. Yeah, even on these kind of search engines, people do some crazy stuffs. They buy guns, hire hitmen, and all that. But I'm not encouraging it. So just getting to these dark net sites only for exploring contents that can help you. Let's say cyber security content PDF. I'll search it there. So we have like this one called card shop. So which is kind of crazy because people, I'm telling you to be aware, you can get scammed on the dark web. So, and being scammed on the dark web, it's very tricky to find the person who did it. because their IP address has been hidden by the Tor browser. And if they also have fully configured PC via the VPN, it makes it even harder when tracing them. So like for instance, you can be able to search some good content, like in you want to study cybersecurity, like ethical hacking, you can be able to get some good content that are very exclusive, and you can only find these documents on or in the dark web. So that's one of the advantage of the dark web. You can be able to get exclusive content for those people who are upskilling, and which is very interesting. So I would encourage people to do so. Also, avoid coming to such sites. You're not sure. They pretend to sell credit cards, but I'm not saying that you wouldn't find real credit cards being sold. So, what I'm saying is you need to be sure and avoid being scammed. I've seen people being scammed while they are using these dark web fake sites. They tell you, oh, I was using this dark website, I wanted to buy a credit card that had money, and instead I was scammed. You can be able to see it's just a fake shadow website, so I don't encourage you to use it at all. So, but in case you want some good content to learn and upskill your cybersecurity, you can just search in the dark web, and lucky enough you can find some good documents that can help you upskill in that field. It's very interesting. You can be able even to see that there are even people who say they are selling PayPal accounts, bank accounts, and all that. Even most of the bank accounts or bank information, all information that have been hacked in organizations, you will find them being sold in the dark web. So, and one way to avoid being caught that your data is being sold in the dark web, you'll be able to it's well to click the links that are you well know that they come from legit companies by verifying the URLs. Also, avoid giving too much information on the social platforms. That way you can be able to safeguard yourself from the data that can be siphoned out there if some of the systems are hacked or are attacked. You'll be able to find that the data that have been sold out there, they have been hacked, the systems have been hacked, and they sell to, and the hackers sell to organizations in the dark web. Perhaps you want to hire a hacker. There are also hackers that get hired in the dark web. So not encouraging this kind of stuff, but just be aware that some of these crazy things do happen in the dark web, and always be on the lookout on the data that you are putting around in the internet. And we know every time now and then you want to register in a bank account, you want to register in a new social media platform, you want to register yourself somewhere with your sensitive data, and this data can be able to be sold on your will or out of your will. So, and all these websites, most of them you will find they are working. There are people selling fake ID stores. There are people selling deal, people selling iPhones, iPads, people selling some crazy stuff. So, even drugs, wouldn't encourage people to use drug. So there are interesting areas in the dark web that I encourage people to just be on the lookout because of the data they have. And I've found people who are interested in cybersecurity going into these sites and saying they have been scammed, which is not okay. So, like for instance, let me check one website, best unlocked cell phone vendors. Let me click here. Let me open that. Rent a hacker. Yeah, if you have good skill There are people with the best skills that even governments get to hire them. If you are the one of the guy, you can even put yourself out there. The governments can be able to hire them. For instance, let's say you want to communicate with CIA and submit some sensitive data anonymously. CIA have their own URL or .onion site URL out there, just in case you want to contact them. So and you can contact them where the IP is masked and the VPN is well activated, and you can submit some of this information anonymously and not endangering your life. So this is one way. So these are search engines that do exist. Let me see something interesting I've seen here about German. Okay, that's something else. So there are also forums in which let me see this. There are also forums in which you get to interact with other people around the world, and with those people you get to discuss everything about cybersecurity. So for instance, this is an interesting one, and I'm saying don't trust any website. If you are not sure of what you are doing, don't trust any person who have put a website out there in the dark web, because you will end up being scammed. Maybe you want to rent a hacker maybe to restore your account that was hacked. Maybe you want to rent a hacker to do some damages. Don't do it. I don't want to advocate for that. So one way in which I'm going to encourage you is identifying some of the content. It has not yet opened. Sometimes gets to be slow. Let's see, hacking and accounting for easy way. So they usually ask for payments. They usually ask for payments, of which I don't encourage. Don't pay for a service and to a person you even have not met. So one way to be aware or to have a self-aware, don't pay for something that you have not even benefited from. Don't. So one way to stay alert and cautious is not paying for a service in the dark web to someone you don't know yet. Otherwise you'll end up losing money, and it's not a good thing to lose money to some hackers, scammers out there hiding behind some skills and professionalism. Unless you have communicated and have seen their work in the forums that I have highlighted out there, you can be able to see. Even there are people who claim they are selling mobile phones, unlocked phones and all that. Yeah, just be cautious. Don't do it. Don't put your devices, your phones just recklessly out there. There are people out here doing the damage. Let me click the hidden weak. Letter hacker. Okay, I think I'm done with this. Let me click here and see. Let me click here and see. Okay, sometimes these web browsers can take like centuries. Okay, you can be able to see like this. Don't pay for something. Most of these sites in the dark web, they are scammers, and they're literally putting out their price out there, and once you pay, it's done. You're not getting any service unless you are from a forum. There was this forum that I think was banned sometime there. It was called Dread Fallen. Let me see. There are also other forums in the dark web. So okay, yeah, there was this one. I don't know what happened. It was crossed. Uh, so just I don't know what really happened by then, but it was really used back then. Yeah. So these are some of the crazy stuff you can be able to get. Let me see. Okay, the hidden wiki, it's like the Wikipedia. It has just listed all the dark web, onion rings, yeah, dark web hackers for hire, some of the crazy stuff you can imagine, emails, good email provider, and just to also give you some clear info. Don't just trust site. One of the sites that you can trust is this one, DEFCON. DEFCON is one of the communities in the United States where hackers meet, and they are authorized by the government. US Cybercom, they have authorized that. So one way to even upskill yourself in the cybersecurity, dark web matters, you can join this DEFCON community. Actually, this one I would recommend 100%. I think I got away about DEFCON back in 2017. So that's one way to run. One way to run. So you can be able to join one of the hacking communities around the world that has been approved even by the governments out there, such as DEFCON. So DEFCON is one of the rigid communities you can be able to learn from. So these are some of the websites that have been scrapped and summarized under the hidden wiki in the dark web. So yeah, you can just research also on some of the content you can be able to run, like this one. Other websites like CIA.gov, like I said, you can communicate even with the CIA anonymously, and nobody around your area can be able. This is the URL, if you can be able to see CIA.gov, or then it ends with .onion. So you can communicate sensitive information while your IP address is totally hidden, right? Okay, the Internet Archive, you can get into that. You can get into Bible for You. Some of the cool content you will get in this library websites. I'm waiting. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. One of the communities you can join around the world that is approved. Even you can join the hackathon. Some of the challenges they are given to solve United States and build some cool projects. You can join the DEFCON community. Actually, I don't know whether it's yet done for 2024, for 2025, but apply for training at trainingdefcon.org. Submissions for trainers, yeah, it's still ongoing to happen at Las Vegas 2026. Call for papers. You can build some cool stuff around cybersecurity at DEFCON. So if you are one of the people who are passionate to build for the world and build some great systems around cybersecurity, just join DEFCON, one of the largest communities of hackers around the world. Leave alone what you hear anonymous, that's just an activist group that comes up with the fed up information. Joins communities that are really serious into hacking, like DEFCON. Yeah, this is like you can be able to see even communicate into CIA and in the dark web. This is the URL you can be able to use. Now communicating with them from this particular website or from the web, you are anonymous, and you can even submit some sensitive information. Okay, you can even join like Bible for You, the hidden wiki, which lists all the onion rings. I'm not saying that all are okay from the dark web, just to be aware. So this is one of the communities. Let's see. Yeah, there are the dates for 2026, 2027, 2026, and DEFCON 34 is August 6th and 9th, 2026. Seems they are out, which is very, very interesting. I love it. Yeah, this is where you go and meet some genius out there building some cool projects for the world. Yeah. So you can even build yourself. I think my next what can I say? My next video or my next live stream will be building a website and showing you people how to deploy it on the dark web. I think that would sound cool. Just subscribe on the channel, the bell icon, and be notified when I go live. I think that would be the best way to keep you updated. So that is one way you can be able to stay on guard. Yes, you can be able to see like this is why people build some cool stuff at DEFCON. They can even build some hardware. Some people go there, they can even hack cars, and some crazy stuff that you cannot even imagine. So let me look for something else. ProPublica News, I don't know what that is. Okay, file sharing software, open source softwares. Okay, let me see also these. Some of these sites I'm actually opening them now, so which is very interesting. So the dark web, you can be able to find some of the most hidden documents from the governments that have been exposed out there. People get to buy data. If you are, let's say, a bank account where you have been registered in, you can be able, let's say it was hacked and some of the data were stolen. Hackers get to sell those data into the dark web, or into the dark internet search, where you get to search in the markets out here. So always be careful with the data that you have, because hackers are improving every day now and then. But as they are also improving now and then, we see some communities that are recognized by the governments out there to safeguard your data, build system for the governments. And it's like events like this one, like DEFCON. DEFCON is one of the largest, like I've said, the largest community of hackers globally. And you can join the community, get to build some cool projects, and they start as early as now. Like now for 2026, you can join now and start building as a community. Get your slot early, because you are competing amongst the best of the best out there. So one way to stay up to the game is always upscaling. You can come to the dark web, look for some of the greatest forums you can join, get to join some of the best forums and discuss with people, great minds in here. I'm not mentioning that for now. Okay, this is a file sharing, secure, anonymous, and even host websites. Oh, I never knew. This is interesting. Yeah, you can be able to see some cool stuff out here. Even in the dark web, you can be able to see some anonymous address URL where you can be able to share files and they cannot be traced back. This is something interesting you cannot see in the real world search engines such as Google. These are softwares that have been open sourced out there. So For people who are using Linux operating system, it's a good way to start there before you get dive deep into understanding really what to and how to build on the dark web. So because the dark web itself, you can do some amazing jobs. You can even build some cool content there so that people get to learn from you and post some of the best things out there. Let's say let me open one of the search engines in the dark web or the dark internet. It's called Torch search engine. Torch search engine. And as Torch search engine comes up, it's really interesting to see some of the most amazing softwares in the dark web, like Onion Share. You can be able to share files anonymously. Something I was not aware of this, actually, to be sincere. Every day is a learning day, and this is something I really like. Yeah, so it's really amazing. Yeah, so don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to your groups out there so that people can really learn about dark web and cybersecurity related contents. Also put the bell icon on so that you get notified when I'm live next time. And also some of this content I get release them also to TikTok. You can go there a little bit, change the username there. So my next video will really to show you how these are. Even be lighting blogs in the dark web and monetize that content. You can build up our platform or a forum where people can be able to communicate on the dark web. So it's all building a very sustainable environment that helps users out there. Let me see, like this one. This is Torch. I want to open one of these browser and really show you even how data is sold and advertised in these search engines in the dark web. So even most of the companies that have been hacked, they have their data being sold here. Recently I heard some of the rumors of a medical platform from Africa. It was hacked and the data is being sold for 90k USD. So it is not safe even with the data that the companies are gathering up there. But how safe are you and sure are you that the organization that you have registered with those data, they will secure them? We are never safe. As it is said, no system is secure. No system is secure. Just be aware on the kind of information you are putting out there, even on your social media platform, which can be used and be sold to create fake accounts. We have seen from Hidden Wiki, people use, I think they sell fake IDs, fake passports. They sell even your data. You can find somebody using your data out there because you have put so much information out in the internet. So just stay guarded. So that's it for today. Or should I see? Okay, this is Torch browser. Let's wait and see what it will bring forth. Yeah, Torch search engine in the dark web. Yeah, so they get to advertise some of the sensitive data out here, and most of them are fake. Like I said, when you're going in the dark web or using the dark internet, be sure that not to pay for any service to people you don't know. Yeah, just putting it out there. Don't pay anything to people you don't know. Yeah, it's good to be self-aware because people are out here scamming people and making money. Yeah, even people who are saying you can be able to rent a hacker, unless you know somebody's skill, don't do it. Don't buy some of these phones. You'll even pay in Bitcoin, and you know how hard it is once you start to pay using cryptocurrency. That's done. You cannot get your money back. So it's good to be self-aware. So that's what I came to bring to you today, and everyone